Weegee got the world record last night, 2 nights ago, with a 136.02, and the ending was kind of interesting because some weird thing happened that potentially ruined the 135, and we're gonna see what happened and give our insights and our crazy reaction. All right, like, subscribe, touch my tits, whatever you want to do. I want to ask Weegee, what is that like? You know that watery weird effect that comes from his mic? I want to know what mic he uses, because it's like, it's weird, and I kind of want to. Oh, it's just AC. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. All right, Weegee.
At this point, all my like layout names are just completely false.
So first things first, I want to comment on Weegee's.
Thanks for the sub, Lemutul.
What do I start with? Can we talk about his beautiful hair for a second? Weegee's sum of best is 133.20. That's kind of good. It's just a little bit good, but like, I want to talk about that for a bit because people always ask me like, what do you think of Weegee's sum of best and whatever. I think it's good, obviously. He's worked on it for a long time. He's done a lot of practice, a lot of segment stuff, and he's very good at, you know, getting golds. I do believe, like, there's many goals that I can get. I can improve my sum of best by quite a bit. I don't work on segments and stuff in practice. So I don't get a lot of goals or anything in practice. All of my goals are like purely in runs. And I tend to like fuck up a lot when I'm on gold pace. I feel like that's one of my flaws, but I feel like that's where Weegee is very good. Weegee is a lord at clutching splits and just playing like a Jesus Christ. I think Weegee's, if you could even say a downfall, I wouldn't even call it a downfall, but his weak spot might be keeping that ability to like play insanely at the end of runs. And I think that's probably where I shine. I have this like plot armor shit where I'm very good at clutching out runs. I play well under pressure. But my beginning game, my early game isn't as polished. And I think I know why. I think it's because I don't really tend to focus at all in the beginning of a run because I think it has to do with me playing for so long and me being so comfortable with like the beginning of the game. I kind of let my muscle memory go and get distracted. I don't really hone in 100% in every part of the run, you know? And I think that's something I need to work on, and I think that's where Weegee is like insanely good. He cares about every second of the run, which is probably why he's so good. If other runners did that more, like look, did you hear how amazing that throw was? He spun that controller faster than I could possibly imagine spinning. Because he really wants to optimize every part, you know. But that's what makes him so good at like getting good splits. Because like one thing is getting good splits, another thing is being consistent and finishing a good run and getting a world record. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you can get 242 dark worlds or you're getting 250 dark worlds. What matters is like the full consistency till the end, right? And the clutching out of good runs and whatever. I think Liam is a good example. Like Liam's dark world times for a long time were very like whatever, you know. Like Liam's average warms was like 7:05, 7 minute whatever, and he would get world records like because he was so consistent. But like, and Weegee's very different, you know. He's like the optimized machine.
Here we go.
Cheese, shut up and watch. Wait, do you want me to react? Or do you want me to just... Alright, so he's doing 100. Okay, I was about to say he's doing Alice, but he's not. Does 100 before Alice, that's interesting. I'm way too unconfident. Is that a word? Unconfident with Owlets to do it after 100 coin. So right here he does a side flip, he wall kicks, he presses A and then B, and he jump dives after the coins. He does a side flip to grab all the coins, and he's gonna jump onto the thwomp, grab the 7th coin, then jump down with a dive roll, landing on the 8th coin. He does like a nice little cheeky turn here. Grabs all the 8 coins, dive rolls, times the speed kick jump perfectly to grab all the coins. C lefts twice. Ground pound to the star. Now he's gonna roll off the thing. Do the text boxes. Oh, he's gonna jump dive into the star. My bad. And now fade out. Jump away. Here we go. Continue without save. Back into the stage. There we go. Pressing A on the star. He's long jumping to the tree. My mom's complaining outside about me turning off the AC because it's too warm. What's up, CRZ? Thank you for the gluck on the run that I'm clearly playing right now. Weegee just grabbed Alice in very swift fashion. Now he's going to perform a tree jump dive to the end of the platform there, like really cool looking. He's going to do a single jump onto this platform to grab the wild blue star. Very, very, very nice. Beautiful.
I need to change, dude. Just you wait till this paycheck hits.
Just wait till the paycheck hits, he says. Insinuating some sort of like secret plan. I wonder what that is about. Very, very interesting.
Some food. Some homemade apple juice.
People getting timed out of my chat for not being horny enough. Typical day in a cheese stream. Very good. That is true. The first person to get a 135 gets $1 million from Jeff Bezos himself. It's a Amazon deal that Twitch has with Amazon. What the fuck? We just had a double 100%. What the heck? We just had double 100s
in a cup
at the same time? Oh my god. Congratulations, horny people. VIPs, look at that. Oh lord. Alright, we have a 647 Wom's Fortress from Weegee. I don't know what else to say, but only him can do that. Again, like, you can see that he like really... He's good at like really focusing on early game and delivering, you know? Like he has really good consistency in the beginning of the game.
Okay, well, to be
he
fair,
really goes for it in Woms, doesn't make a mistake.
If you're getting like a
everyone knows that I have mistakes. I have a problem with Woms lately.
You probably actually do pretty well on that.
But I do think a lot of it comes from just not focusing enough.
If it looks like a normal N64 controller and it's not, and it's a third-party one, you're gonna have a very rough time.
I agree.
Using PS4.
Basically, what just Weegee said is what I tell everybody that asks me. Every time somebody asks me, "Cheese, I want to get into Mario, but what should I do? What should I use?" And I tell them anything but a third-party N64 controller or any third-party controllers, unless it's a horny mini-pad, because they're terrible. And it's true. He's right. That's crazy, Melogica. Yeah, Sweegee and Weegee are both... I agree, they're very similar players. They do have the same style of play, which is every single button press in the entire game is hyper studied and practiced. Whereas, the thing is, back in the day, back in the me simply puncation Siglemic days, learning Mario 64 and getting good at Mario 64, the skill cap of Mario 64 back then was if you were able to perform a run or even a segment of a run even remotely consistently, then you were a good gamer. Then that you were good right off the bat. If you were able to do Wom's Fortress in its entirety without making much mistakes at all, doesn't matter how fast you were, that was like, wow, this guy is good. And now it's like The thing is, I wouldn't even, because Weegee is not like a new gamer. He's not a new speedrunner. Weegee actually started before I did. Weegee started January of 2014. I started April 2014.
really don't
So Weegee
feel
is not
good.
even a new runner by any means. But Weegee is very well adapted to the new style of speedrunning, which is hyper focusing on optimization. Much more so than consistency, I feel like.
Wow.
And I feel like consistency, it comes with just spending lots of time doing segmented practice. And then when you start doing runs, you get more and more consistent. But I think people have figured out now that if you hyper focus on the little things, on every single button press, and you do that for a long time, and then you implement that into segmented practice, and then from segmented practice into runs, it's like a gradual increase of consistency, of organic consistency that just happens, right? Whereas back in the day when I learned, it was more like, the way I played this game, I just practiced stars, learned the strats for stars, grinded that star for like hours and hours. When I felt comfy with it, I just did full runs. There was no upstairs RTAs, no segmented practice. I just did full runs. And from doing full runs for months and months and months and months, I just developed the feeling of what it feels like to do all those strats in a run, and just eventually got consistent. But there was not a lot of like fixation on how fast can we do every single rollout, every single dive, every single angle change, cutting corners perfectly, optimal speed kicks, and all these things. Not to mention that strats in general were a lot slower and just different back then. One of the best things about Weegee is his training style. Yes, 100%. And also Sweegee. And a lot of other people too. A lot of other newer runners, that the new style of practice, which is mostly like streak practicing, which basically means like you try to go for a certain time in a star a few times in a row before you move on to another star. Like that kind of like actual smart practice has never really been a thing much in the community years ago, you know? It was mostly just once you put the time into doing the stars, that's kind of all you needed. And if you were talented, a talented runner and a talented gamer, and you could understand the game, then you would just get good over time naturally, just from putting time into the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you want real deals,
So yeah,
using Japanese proxy sites will give you the best deals. Just takes a while to get
the
them.
speedrun community could have taken a note from the FGC players. Sure, I can't comment on that because I don't know much about them. I wonder where that came from. I feel like the first person I saw doing streaks was Nifsky. Interesting. I can't say because I don't watch Nifsky's stream, but I won't be surprised because Nifsky is like he's like levels above everyone else in Mario Bros 1. He's like literally the GOAT. And I feel like there's like Nifsky is like there's a clear gap between Nifsky and literally everybody else in Mario Bros 1. Whereas Mario 64 is not like that.
Sites that let you
Mario
like,
64, there are like
order
10 to 15 runners
from
that are
sites that
pretty
would
much on the
normally only
almost the
be,
exact
like,
same level.
shipping to Japan.
And a few of them
by
are
being
just
like a
kind of a
middleman,
little
like
bit
Bai
more
and-
like sick with it.
There was one that I started using
But
that was like insane.
the other runners could
Forgot what it's
still
called. It was, like, Neo
compete with them,
something.
you know? I think Mario 64 is like, it's like too... It's weird because you would think Mario Bros 1 is too optimized and stuff to have a runner like Nifsky that is so far ahead. But Mario 64... But for some reason Mario 64 doesn't have that. They're pretty much like all the top runners in Mario 64 are pretty much capable of beating each other. There's no one that's like crazy far ahead in Mario 64. And the only time I could say that there was when Sweegee got the 16-star world record. The current 16-star world record Sweegee has, that was a good example of like Sweegee is like the Nifsky of Mario 64, the 16-star. and he probably still is, right? But like 120 stars is different.
It's kind of up to you what you want to start on. I mean, in my opinion, getting used to an N64 controller shouldn't be that hard of a task. So I don't think it really hurts to start on something different at first. So I just say start with whatever feels comfortable to you. And then work on getting a proper OEM as you get settled in. If you're on emulator, you can map like the C buttons to like other buttons besides the stick.
I'm sorry. Hi. Alright.
Shipping's fairly expensive, yeah. But usually the shipping is more of like a one-time... Not one-time, but it's like for the entire package. So usually you benefit from buying more
Weegee,
at once,
what are you doing? Wait,
So
I want
if
to
you
see...
buy,
Hold
like,
on.
from the entire package.
Can we just see the wing cap again? I need to see how fast he does this star. Because this star is like... I'm pretty sure Weegee is saving like a full second to me in wing cap. And I need to understand how this is happening.
If you're on emulator, you can
He
map,
grabs
like,
the star
the
at
C
low
buttons
117.
to like other buttons besides the stick.
I grab that star very rarely at a high 117, low 118. Like, how does he do that? Like, the crisp turns, like, I get it, right? But like, it's so hard to do that fast without missing a coin. And I see him doing it like every time. Like, he always gets a low 117. That's crazy. Yeah, but castle movement, that castle movement has been studied, has been practiced.
But usually the
and there's no way he's saving a second in castle movement. Like, there's just not enough
like
castle movement to save there. That much time.
So usually you benefit from buying more at once, I
think. So like, a 202
so
PSS split is like ridiculous.
A bunch of controllers at once.
That is just like...
The shipping per controller won't be as bad.
No one else has a 202, I'm pretty sure. Nobody else. It's crazy. He doesn't do the movement here? Wait, what am I watching? Why doesn't he do the King Bomb movement? What? That's crazy.
It would be somebody on GameCube.
What I don't like about Weegee is that he's always complaining about run being so bad and constantly saying this run sucks, when actually it's really good. I don't think you should look too deep into that, Kenshin. That's all I'm gonna say. Almost every single competitive or top speedrunner does that.
Yeah, TK's on
It's
Xbox.
very common. Do not look into that very deeply. Just take it as normal top like speedrunner things. I do that as well sometimes. Well, I don't know if I do that exactly.
That's probably why I'm.
But I do complain a lot too. I complain all the time too. It's very common.
Too much.
Very common. I've seen speedrunners get world records and then immediately say that run sucked. You would hear that all the time.
I think it's because whenever I'm like really grinding Mario, I kind of just like forget to eat because my appetite just gets so low. And I think eating that much suddenly at once was kind of just too much for me. I need to like ease back into proper
That's
eating.
true. I've felt that before too. When you're in the middle of like anything competitive like that, even when I'm like doing other things, if I'm playing whatever game and I'm like really into it, I like forget to eat. I mean, I agree too,
Yeah,
eh?
I think mapping
like,
C-buns to a stick is pretty bad.
I
Like,
know
if
that
you can,
sometimes, like when I go on my complaining rants,
if you have any way to
if
use
I'm playing
buttons
really bad or
instead,
whatever,
it's
and I
really
start
better that
complaining
way.
and I talk about how the game is shit, whatever, or I'm bad, like, I know that most of my viewers think that that's cringe because it is cringe. It's like, nobody wants to hear that, and it's true. It's
that
very
pseudo
hard to
hypercare?
not do, though,
I think.
which sucks. No one likes it. It's bad. Medium bomb?
The D-pad. You would have like the problem is the D-pad's on your left hand, so it'd be completely different. Like you can't really use your left hand like
He's playing
that
so fast.
and use the stick.
Oh, he does a different camera for this. Interesting.
I mean, you could claw grip it sort of, but you'd run into a big fucking issue trying to adapt to like a normal controller if you did that.
Very good gameplay. 354 star grab. That's fast. It's just like every single star, it's ever so slightly faster than the typical player. And I mean every single star. And it just all adds up. And that's basically sums up the entire difference between Weegee and everybody else. When it comes to 120 star, at least, it's every single star is ever so slightly more optimized and studied. Like he got that star at a 428, I think, which I've done before, but only like once or twice maybe. And he probably does that like very often. And he got medium bomb clip. He got medium bomb clip. He didn't even do the faster movement for King Bomb because everything is just so ever so slightly faster, you know. Doesn't he spend a ridiculous amount of time on practice? I don't know, to be honest, Kevin. I don't keep up with Weegee's practice. Most runners do most of their like in-depth practice offline, so it's really hard to know unless you like are on call with them all the time how much people are practicing, right? Like, look how fast that was. I need to watch that again. What was that? Look how fast he got up there, and listen to how fast he's mashing. Are you hearing that? Like, there's no way I would put that much effort into like mashing that quickly up the slope with the shell. You know what I mean? That's another thing too. Like the amount of effort that he puts into like every single thing. It's not something that I'm used to. So like naturally, it's not my instinct to like go crazy on everything, right? But like, look how fast that was.
Ah, fuck.
A lot of times too,
I'm like
what
struggling
I
to get
think
that ring.
about something that I don't do, for
getting
example, is that
67.
I think a lot of times that I don't realize like how much time I would save if I were to focus on every little detail. I think I sometimes, and this could probably extend to other runners too, not only me, but a lot of runners we don't realize how much time we could save if we were to actually try on every little thing, you know? What the? I like that strat. I should try that.
Dude, I didn't know what to do.
Just keep going. That's what you do. Does he get a double start? No, you can't. Rip.
It's really fucking sad.
That wasn't amazing.
Here we go! Here we go!
He doesn't focus on chat like other runners do. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking like the first thing that came to my mind was pace. Like pace summer, for example, right, is a good example. Like I won pace with a 137. I got a 137.53, which was first place in pace summer, right? And in pace, for example, is like, because at pace, like we stream on our channels, but I'm not looking at chat nearly as much as when I am at home, right? And when I'm at pace, like there's no mic, so I'm not talking to chat. So like at pace, I'm pretty much focused almost all the time on the run. It's a lot different than when I'm at home. And that could be a good reason as to why I maybe won the tournament. Which may be an indication that if I were to do that at home, I would play well or better more consistently. I don't know. But there's a lot of times too where I would get runs where I'm like constantly talking to chat and I'd be getting like an insane run. So like a lot of my really good runs that I've had, and even world records, I'm like talking throughout the whole run. So like it's really hard to say. And ultimately, like, I want to be entertained outside of just Mario, and I also want to entertain people. Because at the end of the day, like, we live in a day and age now, we're streamers. We're streamers, we do this full time. And we're streamers full time, and we have to stream, you know? So like, not only that, but it's kind of like, if I'm gonna be quite brutally honest, I hate this game. No, I'm kidding. But like, after 10 years of playing, it's really hard for me to like find pure like enjoyment only from just playing and focusing on Mario. Like, I heard Simply say this today, actually. Like, right before he turned off his stream, I heard Simply saying, he was, like, looking at Weegee's streaming stats, and he saw that Weegee had, like, a few 10-hour streams recently, and Simply himself said, like, after, like, 4 or 5 hours, my brain just turns to mush. And honestly, like, I felt that so hard, because I feel the exact same way. And I think it maybe has to do with streaming for so much years, or playing the same game for so long, that like, if we were to just hyper focus on Mario, not talk to our chats, just try to play as good as we can, like, it's really hard for us to get fully entertained and stimulated on just doing that, because we've played this for so long, and it's literally the exact same route and game that we've done ever since 10 years ago. So it's very hard for us to be stimulated enough so where we could just hardcore focus for hours. We get bored, especially if the runs aren't going well. I reset for like an hour, I can't get anything going, and I'm not talking to my chat. I'm gonna be bored. Like, I want to do something else, you know? Whereas 8 years ago, I can do that for like 7 fucking hours, no problem, because it was more of a novelty. Like, the idea of speedrunning and Mario was more novelty back then than it is now, where I've already been there, done that. So like, to find that stimulation nowadays, my brain is already accustomed to it. So I need outside stimulation on top of the Mario for me to keep going. And that's why I talk to my chat so much. I think that pretty much summarizes the whole thing. If that makes sense to you guys, you know? That's just how I feel, at least. I don't know about other runners, can't speak for everybody. Yeah, that too, like, especially nowadays where improvement rates are extremely low compared to like 8 years ago, where every day you could literally see your improvement much more actively. Now it's like, now it's just the grind, you know? I should try Tetris. I don't know if I'm interested in playing Tetris. I'm not gonna lie. I like watching it. It's very interesting. But I don't know. I don't know. When I look at Tetris, I don't feel the inclination to like play it, really. I kind of just like sitting back watching it, to be honest. Also, I don't know how do you even play Tetris? Is it SNES or is it NES? Like, I would have to like buy a whole setup for it. When you run the same game over and over again for years, it's eventually going to get old. Exactly. And that's like, that is just a humane experience that people have to understand. But the thing about Mario that makes it even more so is that the route in Mario literally has never changed. It's not a kind of game where routing changes are a thing, because Mario is a very linear game. When you think about Mario 64, the entire game is in a castle. You're just inside one house the whole game. There's not a lot of routing you can really do there, as opposed to like a Zelda game or something where you have a fucking giant overworld area with different dungeons, and you could warp to different dungeons at different times. Like, routes are always going to be changed in a game like that. Not for Mario though. You know? So that makes it even harder to get stimulated doing the exact same route and strats for years and years and years, you know? So like, having your stream and chat makes it like a more enjoyable experience, and it gives it more longevity. So I'm able to enjoy it a lot more. Like, if I was not a streamer, or if streaming didn't exist, or stopped existing like 6 years ago or something, and I didn't have a chat or anything to talk to while doing runs, I would have probably retired from Mario a long time ago. Probably like when COVID happened or something. I probably would have been done for sure. Because I remember when COVID happened and I got into Warzone, and there was like a 10-month period where I did not play any Mario. I thought I was done. I thought that was it. I thought I was like, I'm good. I just got the world record live at Break the Record in early 2020. That was like the pinnacle of my speedrunning experience. I'm good. And then at the end of 2020, I don't know what happened. Like, I started watching Mario again. I started streaming Mario, and the experience, it was just like, never mind. I'm not retiring. I love this. I want to keep going. But if streaming didn't exist, I would have definitely been retired a while back. So yeah, so Weegee's run is good. I mean, Weegee, same thing. 2848 SSL. That's a very good SSL. What was that SSL time? 6. That's a 616. That's a good SSL, along with a very good BOB. I mean, I've gotten one sub 29 SSL. I think it was like a 2954 or something, which is insane. And this is a 2848, which is also insane. But I know Weegee has gotten a billion sub 29s. But yeah. He didn't get optimal red and slow permit entry with 100s. Optimal red and slow permit entry. Well, yeah. Well, that's probably why I got 616. Otherwise, it would have been like a 610 or whatever. So, I don't get why everyone is so surprised that Weegee's pulling off great runs. I agree. Who's surprised? I think a lot of people are. Well, at least. Well, for the past like 2 weeks. Every single day, at least a few times per stream, people come to my chat and talk about, or ask me about my opinion on Weegee's improvement, or express their surprise for Weegee's improvements and whatever. But I agree.
So low.
That was a very good BLJ. That was pretty much perfect. I agree. I think that I'm surprised that so much people are surprised by Weegee's improvement. Just so, but it's very possible that the people who are surprised by Weegee's improvement have not been watching or are not aware of Weegee's like practice that he's done for 120 star. because he's been practicing 120 probably like a year now, right? He's been grinding for quite a while now, on top of already being insanely good at the game. So it's not, for me, it's not surprising whatsoever. But I get why other people would be confused, because he just hasn't done a lot of runs like most people have, but he has the practice, so it's not surprising for me. I am a little bit surprised that he already has a low 137. If he would have asked me, I would have probably guessed that he would have like a low 138 or something by now. So the fact that he already has a low 137 is a bit surprising to me. But the general like improvement, it completely makes sense. I'm very excited though, because I think he wants to compete at Pace Fall this year. So I'm very excited to compete against Weegee, hopefully. It feels weird that he's 1 second faster than Simply's PB. It is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. I think Simply has been struggling with the endgame clutchness. And I don't mean that as like, I'm not trying to shit on Simply, but I'm just saying, observationally speaking, Simply has had a lot of 136 pace runs that he's just kind of lost in Tippy. And I'm surprised that he lost so much, but it's possible that it's because he's not used to that pressure yet, and he's getting used to it. And I think once he does, then Simply's probably gonna be a beast. I mean, he kind of already is, but yeah. Besides yourself and Weegee, who are the main contenders for world record holding right now? Like I said earlier, I feel like all the like top 120 runners can kind of compete with each other. I mean, obviously Karen, and I think everybody. I think like Simply, Karen, myself, Weegee. Well, Weegee probably soon. Parsy. Well, Punk's not really playing right now, you know? So I don't know what Punk is doing. I don't know how much Ikori is focusing on 120, but like, if he is, then probably soon. Like, I don't know if Corey is consistent enough to get a 135, you know? But we'll see. But his skill level is already up there, so it would just be a consistency grind at that point. Yeah, well, what is Ikori's PB right now? A low 137. Well, so yeah, I don't know how much Ikori's grinded 120, but we'll see. Yeah, but like I said, there's a big difference between getting a sub 40 LLL and finishing a run consistently after getting a sub 40 LLL. There's a very big difference. The first 40 minutes is very different for the next hour after that, and the amount of nerves and pressure that you feel. He has a sub 1. Yeah, that's okay. A 133 summer best means nothing when it comes to finishing a 120 star run. Look at Karen. Karen's summer best is what? 134, mid-high 134. And look how consistent he is. Because he has the experience of doing runs. He has the playing under pressure experience. And that's what it's all about in a category like 120 star. Like you can get a 133 summer best by doing segmented practice and just getting golds in practice with zero pressure and just putting that into your splits, which most people do nowadays, and boom, you have a 133 summer best. But it means nothing when it comes to your full game consistency, like your full game consistency and how well you can do in an actual run. That's why I always tell people, like, do not focus too hard on people's summer best. Summer best only means something to a certain extent. It's not always just about how good your summer best is. A summer best is a really good indication of like what you're capable of potentially, and how good you are in terms of moving the guy. But I would say apart from that, not that much. Is anyone on the top level with 4+ minutes gaps between PB and summer best? I don't know. Good question. Not really, probably. I think an average difference between summer best and PB is about 3 minutes. The best run that I ever had, like compared to my summer best, was my first ever world record, I think. When I got the 141.17, my summer best was like a 139.30 or something. And I got like 2 big goals in that run too. It was like only a minute and 40 seconds or so off of my summer best, and it was, even if that much, maybe a minute and a half. It was pretty, it was insane at that time. Simply's a jackass and Liam's a so what am I? Okay. Shit. Oh no, I'm not supposed to say that. I'm sorry, Pona. Pona, Pona, I'm sorry. Oh no, we have to edit that out. Alright, can we like, what, how long have we been live? 55 minutes. Alright, I have to let Pona know. 55 minutes. No. Where's Pona? Oh, what just happened? What just happened? What just happened? What? Why was that scary? Why was that scary?
Bro,
I don't understand why that was scary.
Dude. Oh my.
428 LLL too. God damn, dude. Why are you so good?
God.
Fuck.
Dude, I can't even describe what just happened.
It's not that he's so good, it's just that he's so good at having a perfect run, especially up to like basement. He's just able to perform perfectly for like 40 minutes to an hour. And then after that it's like, okay, mistakes, but it's still good enough to get a world record.
I mentally accepted just falling my fucking death.
For like YouTube, the C word is like, I mean, because you know, like YouTube, Twitch, they're all American like centered, you know, and America and the C word are a no-go. He got up to TTM with 135.30 pace. Who are we talking about?
My up left is way too vertical for that.
Like in this run? Thanks for spoiling. Appreciate it. Jesus. I want to see something real quick. I want to see how he grabs MIPS, because I feel like the time that I lose in this split is the way I grab MIPS.
I had like literally mentally.
It's the same exact way. Okay. 1 jump. Slide kick. 7 swims. 7. Long jump. Compound. Side flip. I don't understand where I lose time here. Like, stop going back. I'm sorry, I just wanted to see something.
Oh shit.
Fun fact, this movement right here that he's about to do, I'm pretty sure I was the first one to do this in 120 star. Just like other things, like assless, I was the first to do that in 120. I was the first to do a few things, and I've pretty much dropped all of those strats ever since, because for some reason, I just like stopped having the ability to do them consistently. I think it has to do with Hori problems, switching Hori controllers and having different angles for notches and shit, making strats a lot harder and weirder. And I have to like keep relearning them all the time. Like this strat, for example, I can't do that side flip consistently because my upright notch on Hori just doesn't work for that strat. And I'm used to using the notch for that. So like I have to like YOLO the upright angle for that side flip, which makes that like way too hard to be consistent. And I don't know like what to do about it.
I'll take it.
Buy a new controller. I haven't. So I have a new Hori, and I'm thinking about like I'm thinking about using it full time, but not right now.
Against something else, but it's only gonna get more nerve. Oh. Okay.
I think
My
maybe
live
after
split
the
balance is
next. I think after the first round of qualifiers,
All
pace qualifiers, I'll start using the new controller. Possibly.
That was so fucking terrible.
The C word is making a comeback. That is very funny. Have you thought of running other categories like 0 or 1 star? I have zero interest in running 0 or 1 star. Purely because I just have zero interest. I just don't have any interest in running short categories. They're not fulfilling to me. And I also think SBLJ is not fun. I think BLJs are not fun. I don't enjoy doing them. I think they're just annoying. Because I don't like things that aren't consistent. And while SBLJ can be consistent, more or less, I don't like BLJs. I don't know. I don't like mashing. I hate mashing. I don't like the dynamic of mashing in speedrunning. I just don't, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel consistent. I don't enjoy it. So I'm just not interested. Lol W. Why are there so many lol W's? Is that like the CCM Reds is like the lol W star because we always think that we're gonna die or something? Are you still planning on doing another subathon? Yes. Subathon, Cheeseathon Part 2 will be starting on August 1st. So less than a month now, we have a subathon. More than likely on August 1st. Give or take a few days if shit goes wrong or something. But yes. Very good job, Weegee. Very good. Very proud of you, babe.
Okay, 134 comparison.
134 comparison. Why? Clickbait. Why hasn't even Liam hasn't been streaming? I never get to watch Liam because he streams when I go to bed. Have you tried brew sticks? I use Hori, so I never tried any of the steel stick stuff ever. Because I don't need to. He does that slightly faster penguin strat, but what makes it kind of hard is that for those who care, and for those who didn't notice, in this penguin star, you can save a little bit of time if you, like going down this hill, if you go lower down, and you purposely jump right here, and then you drop the penguin as the penguin is talking to you, you can do this like optimal jump. But jumping to the star is hard because you can do a high jump like that, which ends up losing the time save. So, I don't know, it's kind of a weird strat. I just thought I might mention because it's cool. Liam is moving from the far left corner of his room to the right side and it takes a long time. I can see that, yeah. Because it's so dark in Liam's room all the time, you probably can't see where he's going. So he has to like, it takes a long time for him to find the other side of his room. Alright, I'm sorry. Alright. On his Discord, he said he was done moving like a week ago. I think it's possible that Liam is just grinding his hardcore Ironman on Runescape. Because he died in his hardcore, so he's like rebuilding again. So maybe he's just hooked on Runescape at the moment. I feel like that might be what's happening. Listen, I'm also hooked on RuneScape, right? I'm shuffling Mario and RuneScape, but I just said fuck it. Like if I'm gonna play RuneScape, and RuneScape and speedrunning are very like connected communities, might as well stream it. Like why am I just wasting the opportunity? You know, a lot of people have expressed that they enjoy watching me play, so I might as well stream my experience. Has it been that much, Pona? I feel like you were playing like a few weeks ago when I called you. You play RuneScape 3? Yeah, Pona plays RuneScape 3. You have 5.8 bill XP in RuneScape 3, so that's like what? 1 bill in old school?
Insane.
I'm kidding, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's cool. I don't play RuneScape 3 because I don't know, I like old school. Playing old school RuneScape right now. I know most of you, a lot of you guys watching me are probably playing RuneScape right now, and that's why I'm streaming RuneScape, because there's a lot of RuneScape players watch speedrunning and vice versa. A lot. And I've been streaming RuneScape, and lately people like No Monkey, Molgoat Kirby, Scotty, like those like top tier RuneScape gamers and streamers have been coming to my stream and rating me and stuff, because apparently all of them watch speedrunning too. So now I'm like making friends in the RuneScape community, and I didn't even know they knew who I was. So like it's kind of a cool thing. Don't do a react video on my failed attempts at DT2. Don't worry, babe. We've all been there. Hi, Starry. Yeah, pretty much me too. I only watch speedruns, and I watch Mario streams and RuneScape streams. That's pretty much what I do. I do that for a living. Alright, 4614 CCM. I cannot fathom that time. That's ridiculous. That is a Weegee time. I don't know if I'm even capable of getting a 4614. I mean, I am, but not right now, at least. If I actually practiced like a maniac, probably. Can you mute the music for this level? It's a bit scary. Sometimes you have to be scared, man. What can I say? Just embrace it. Don't be a little bitch. Alright, let's see how good the BBH was. Oh. Door cut him, as usual. Very good job, Weegee. Very good. Sub 53 BBH is nuts. Yes, it is.
Star, but
considering that my best BBH time is like a 53:30 or something, it's nuts. Yes. Edging a 34 HMC. A 34 HMC. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Yeah. .45 CCM is like, it's almost a perfect run. And when I say perfect, I mean hypothetically, but also kind of like, you know what I mean when I say perfect. Oh, he goes the other way. Huh. I wonder why. I don't think it's crazy that he's ahead of 134 splits because, like I said earlier, Weegee in the first hour of the game is like the only guy that is able to play to almost perfection. And then after the hour mark is where things kind of start to get more realistic, which is it tends to be the trend in 120-star runners. There are runners, however, that aren't as good as with like getting insane beginning times, like me. I'm a good example. I'm not the most insane player at all when it comes to like the first hour, but the second hour is where I shine. Like upstairs Tippy, that's where I'm strong. Here. I feel like my weak spot is the first hour.
How to make that work?
That's where most of my fucking stress is always more or less centered around. I recently saw Parsy go for Carpetless with some insanely fast setup. Are you familiar with the setup? I'm not sure what setup it is. You have second best LLL time? Yeah, I do. Well, I'm good at the game. I don't know. I've been playing for 10 years. What can I say? I'm not saying I'm shit at the game. I'm just saying that consistency-wise, the first hour is more of a struggle for me. Doesn't mean that I can't get an insane time out of LLL. It just means that it's probably very rare for that to happen, but it could happen. Do you have a main account on RuneScape? I do. I have a main, yes. That's more progressed, and I have like, I don't have mask gear and everything, but I have shadow. I don't even have a T-Bor or side. But my Ironman is my main focus. It's the account that I care about more, basically. I use my main to give money to if I get a drop in something, or just to have as an alt if I want to do anything. No, it's not hardcore. I'm too scared to make a hardcore Ironman, at least for now, because I'm still learning a lot of things. And I don't want to go through the inevitable depression that is losing a hardcore and something stupid. So I don't think it's worth it right now. Maybe one day. I will probably one day, but not right now. If I theoretically get a sub 136 run and I upload it, are you gonna react to it to give me attention? Sure. If you pull out a sub 136 run and it's real and not spliced whatsoever, Rico, then you will be literally a one in a lifetime, because no one has ever done that, and I don't think it will ever happen. Is it hard to get into old school RuneScape right now? No, it's actually probably way easier than ever before, because the game is most suited now more than ever for newer players to get into.
No, I've gotten 52.
The RuneLite with all the plugins and shit help you a lot to learn shit. They have quest helpers and stuff. It's the easiest to get into now more than ever, to be honest. It's also getting more popular. Yeah, so like pretty recently, if you looked up like MMOs, the only two MMOs that really had like a rising player base as opposed to declining player base was old school RuneScape and Final Fantasy XIV. Those were the only two that were actually rising in player base. So it's doing really well, actually. $634. This is like it's pretty average BBH. 637. Few mistakes, but anything sub 640 BBH is a good BBH in my eyes. More than good enough, because BBH is very, very easy to lose a lot of time in BBH.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, I'll be shitting my pants too, babe. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I can't remember. Rip. Oh yeah, for those who care, Scotty today got a world record in Inferno speedruns. He got the first sub 40. Insane gaming. Ruler Michael, hi babe. Welcome to the new world record. Alright, so if I remember correctly, my chat was telling me that he fucked up Parsy. That's why probably his biggest time loss was, I think. Because this pace, let's say if he had like a really good DDD and Parsy, this would be like, what, mid 101 up? Maybe? He's shitting his pants. He did that closed mouth breathe out thing when people are nervous.
Dude, my fucking heart, man.
Yeah. He's so nervous, dude. That when you could hear that breath, that deep breath, that's pure nerves right there. I do that every time I'm nervous. Bro, the last on my PB, was it my PB? When I entered Bowser throws on my PB, I was literally getting heart palpitations. I was getting, because I'm pretty prone to heart palpitations. I used to get them all the time. He missed the coin. Wait, that actually makes sense. Like if you look here, his angle actually changed a lot. Like look at that. Look at this right here. You see how he slid and Mario kind of moved to the left right there? I'm not sure why that happened. I think he probably just held left too much, but yeah, he's way too far to the left here. Yeah.
What?
Why would he reset? That's like a 15-second time loss, if so much, like 10 seconds. Oh, are you making like a Weegee joke? Because, right, yeah, okay, never mind. This run is like too good to reset there. That'd be insane. If he made a mistake like that in like BOB or something, yeah, sure. Probably would have been a Weegee reset there, but not in DD 100.
Fucking DD 100.
This strat that people do when they turn the camera and they long jump downward, I don't know why that doesn't work for me. I don't even think it's a Hori thing because it's just down notch, but for some reason, like half the time I can't get the wall kick. I don't know why my angle's not good. Or the camera is not adjusted properly, I don't know.
Well, it's not absolutely insane anymore.
Damn, you lost like 15 in DDD 100. Holy shit.
It's all because I slid on like
and you fucked up Fire C too?
half of the slope instead of the fucking right. Like that was
oh my god.
Silly.
Parsy was a tragedy. This is a 41. No, 40. I was gonna say, dude. When are people gonna start doing the down warp Armada does? You know, there was one day where I practiced that quite a bit, but it was too hard to find a way to like optimally swim after the warp to make it worth it. What the? He goes so far left there for chip clip. I know you're in the middle of a React video, but 1 hour 40 minutes 5 seconds into this VOD, Parsy's hitting a carpetless tech I've only seen him do. This is what I was talking about earlier. Let me see. Oh, didn't mean to have sex with a man. Hold on, everybody chill out. I'm just gonna keep it loaded. Pause. Okay, continue the segment. Alright, Weegee, show me Fire C. I wonder what the fuck up here is. Ooh, that angle's weird. Oh, it works. Okay. No, the classic coin miss. That is like a relatively common thing to happen. Kind of. You just have to make sure that you're dead in the middle, you know. Or else that could happen. Oh no. At least he didn't, like, you know, explode. And he's just trying to focus.
I don't have any words. I really don't.
So that's pretty much late cycle. Yeah. That's a good 20. I think 20, 15, 20 seconds. So he missed an entire full cycle, which is about 15 seconds, right? 15 to 20, somewhere around there. It's pretty bad. It's bad. That's why Fire C is like a stage where if you miss a cycle, it's a big time loss regardless. You don't want to fuck up Fire C. And by fucking up Fire C, it means literally making any mistake like that ruins the cycle. It's kind of like Worms 100. You make any mistake, you miss the cycle, which is 10 seconds. Except Parsy is more time. It's like 15 to 17 seconds. It's bad. But he still gets a 101 up, which is, that's crazy. That's crazy. We just one of my best friends IRL. Nice to see him keep chipping away at his own record to keep to the top. Okay, Jib. Sounds great. That's good. Those spins allowed? Yeah, he goes crazy with him. One, two, three. Chip clip. I'm too scared to do chip clip, not gonna lie. Because it's just, in my opinion, I still don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth the 0.5 to 0.7 second time save per chip clip for the potential 8-second time loss it is that when you miss it. Each time you miss it, by the way. Let's say you miss it twice in one run and you lose 16 seconds. You're gonna hate yourself. It's terrible. I'm surprised Punky does it. Why?
Oh my god!
Doesn't Simply do it as well? Goasu, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome back to the fridge. Bitch. I think it could be worth if you practice it enough. Simply Punky used to fuck it up a lot. I mean, sure, but I guess like when I practice Mario, I immediately I would think about chip clip and my brain immediately says no, not worth it. Let me spend my time doing something more worth it that I know that I need to improve, like 100 coin stars or something, which for me makes more sense to be good at as opposed to saving 0.7 seconds on chip clip, you know. Maybe one point when I really feel confident with my gameplay and whatever, my consistency, then I could like grind out chip clip or something, but I think for me right now it's not what I should be focusing on, you know, because I know what I can do with what I already know. I know what time I could achieve with what I already do, you know. Like with what I do, if I were to just have a very consistent run, I can get a 135 for sure. I don't need chip clip. But if I feel like I want to grind it out and I want to try, you know, it's just if I want to. Just join any new strat, there's just consistency. Just consistency. Always, it's just consistency when it comes to this game. Literally the only moment ever in the history of 120 star was there a strat that changed the category was Carpetless. That was pretty much the only moment ever. There's nothing else really.
Why would I go for that right now? Why on earth did I do that?
Do what? What did you do? You didn't do anything. What did he do?
Why would I go for that right now? Why on earth did I...
Wait, hold on. Hold the fuck on. How was that? How did he make a mistake and still get a 1 minute flat?
Why would I go for that right now? Why?
What? How? Bro, if I do the star perfectly, I get a 1 minute flat. And we do the exact same strats. What are you talking about? Why am I so slow in the star? I always wondered how I'm so slow in the star. I don't get it. We do the exact same strat. Except for that, he single jumps the box. Maybe that's what it is. Like I side flip it instead. I don't understand.
Why would I
That would have
go
been
for
like a
that right now?
58.
Why?
How is that possible? There's no way he's saving 2 seconds in the movement before Wedge World. Like that's impossible. It's like 5 seconds of movement. I need a side-by-side comparison in this star, I really do. Oh, the long jump. I mean, the long jump is a bit faster, yes. But like 0.3 seconds faster, not 2 seconds. I don't know. That's crazy. I need to get somebody to make a side-by-side comparison. Oh, he does secret second. That's interesting. This is one of my favorite stars in the game. Fun fact, I like the star a lot. I just think it's like, I think it's so pure. It's fucking pure, bud. I wonder why they do that Mario Cam thing. Maybe the side flip onto the roof and then roll out into long jump. But like I said, like me and Weegee do the same movement for that star. One tiny difference, but I don't even think it's faster. My PB gets a 1 flat. Just play those videos side by side. I'm gonna ask Pona to quickly just like come up with like a side by side real quick. That would help. What's up, Tyler? How you doing, bud? It's gotta be the swimming. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll get a side by side and then have sex. He's probably got straighter swimming. Are you calling me gay? You saying I have gay swimming? What's wrong with that? I'm banning you. My mod is homophobic. He's being... My mod is gaysist? That's very gaysist of you. Alright. He hasn't done 100 coin yet. Alright. He does 100 coin last. That is very interesting. Okay. I wish I can say homophobic without getting suspended on TikTok. You would get suspended on TikTok for saying the word homophobic? Why? What? Hot toi? Are you trying to say that you want to spit on me, Fro? Unfortunately, I'm very much not into that. I think that's kind of gross. But you can, maybe you can do something else. I don't know. Ooh, yeah, that was tough. Why didn't he go back for it? That is weird that he didn't go back for that coin. That was easily gettable. All he had to do was side flip back up. I'm surprised he didn't go back for that coin. Their algorithm is brutal. Yeah, I know nothing about TikTok. Yeah. How do you spell the unimpressed Pepe emote? What? I don't know, babe. Here's the top 4 runs as of a week ago, side by side. Who made that, mozzarella? So if you're not subbed or mod and you send a link in chat, you will get timed out. Just a heads up. But I will see it, so don't worry. This 100 coin is a bit rough. It's a little bit rough. It's not going insanely well right now. VJ got 0%. What the fuck, babe? I'm gonna have to time you out for 1 minute now. This is not the best 100 coin. Yeah, you lost quite a bit of time here, Wet Dry World. Wet Dry Pussy. 525. It's okay, Weegee. Look up, smile, speedrun, do the thing. You knew the awesome looking wall kick that you do at the end, probably because you didn't have enough coins, so you had to like change the route a bit. Hello, Tay. What's up, babe? Tay, I never got to like congratulate you privately on getting married, on your marriage happenings. Congratulations, Tay. That's amazing. You fought at the star too. Oh my god. He's kind of shutting down a bit, but he can do it. I feel like if this run was like maybe like a mid 102 or something, he would have reset it on that website world 100%. Knowing Weegee. But because it was a 101 up, he was like, I need to keep it together. This is still good. Yeah, this is kind of cringe, honestly. Like, he's going so slow right now. Like, I don't know if I could keep watching. Like, this is just not fun, man. As a fellow pace pal, I don't like those numbers going down on those splits on the left. It's just not fun. If it's not going up, then it's not enjoyable, and I'm going to watch somebody else. That's how it works in 2024. I don't care how good you are. No. See, this is why I don't like this route. The reason why I do Koopa plus 100 is because you don't have to worry about the RNG there. You can miss up to 2 coins on the beach and you're fine. It's pretty much the sole reason why I decided to do Koopa plus 100, because I had so much experiences with the fly guy being an asshole or some shit happening on the beach that I was just like, this is stupid. And then I found out about Koopa plus 100 and I'm like, I'm doing this. And I never looked back. Even if I've lost runs because of the route, I don't care. It's still worth it. I mean, yeah, you can get screwed up with anything. So, whatever. I'm way too far deep into the Koopa route, so I don't... At this point, you know... Whatever. It's like around the same exact time. Which is kind of crazy that both routes are around the same exact speed. Like, what are the chances? Have you watched this yet or first time? This is my first time. I saved it up for you guys because you're special. I saved my Weegee virginity for chat. Is that weird? Weeginity. Okay. Alright, let's not get carried away. Good job, Weegee. Good job. He's going to fight the big scary boss monster known as Wiggler. He's definitely not very cute. He's very terrifying. And he definitely does not have a very cute flower on his head. That makes him completely unscary whatsoever.
I'll pause ads for now.
Oh, what a good stream. My streamer pausing ads for the run. What a legend. Would I do the same? Bro, I'm doubling the ads on a world record. Are you kidding me? More viewers? Bruh, give me the money. Watch my ads, please. You don't need to watch TTM 100. There's nothing new to see. I'm gonna just watch all the ads.
All my runs are like this, and it's just like...
subs. Like what? Please finish the sentence. He didn't finish the sentence. Damn it. He didn't finish the sentence. What was he gonna say? Okay, but it's funny that he says that though, even though we didn't hear what he was gonna say, but I feel like I know what he's gonna say. Because I said this earlier, where Weegee does tend to have this thing where he shines in the first hour. Like literally what I said, he shines in the first hour, and then the second hour tends to be a little bit, you know? Which, it's a pretty common trait. It's a pretty common trait, because you're starting to get nervous. But if Weegee was able to do what he does in the second hour, in the first hour, and do it in the second hour, he would be unstoppable. There's nobody can beat Weegee. That would be the 134. But yeah, it's unfathomably difficult to even consider that. You said you saved watching this for us, but you quoted Simply, and the quote was him watching this. I quoted Simply? What are you talking about? When did I quote Simply? Also, I mean, I watched the last like 10 minutes on stream when it happened live because it was happening while I was streaming. So I saw the last like 10 minutes of this run live, but I haven't seen any part of the run up until like TTC. But yeah. Wait, what did I quote from Simply? Guys, he caught me. Alright, fine, you got me.
What this THI is gonna be. Okay, well,
what's up, Pablo?
Be a 6-minute THI.
The thing about his brain turning into mush after 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, because it was the end of the stream, and I was just
Okay, it's not
because
doing this.
okay, it sounds bad, but I had Simply's stream open up on a tab, right? And I was checking in the stream every like 15 minutes to see where he was. I was waiting for Simply to finish the react.
Man, it's insane what kind of run I can
to then
get
go live to do the react, because I didn't want to do it at the same time, because I was gonna go live
just a few
like 30 minutes before I did, and then I saw that Simply was live and he was reacting, and it was like around TTM, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till he's done.
So much time to them.
And then I'm gonna go live. So I would open his stream every 10 minutes to peek where he was, and then I saw him when he was done, and he was watching the Weegee stream stats, and then I was like, okay, I'm safe to watch him now. And then I went live. I didn't even know he was going offline, but yeah, he was about to raid you, and then he said fuck off. Not gonna lie, I'm super happy he raided Beeve instead. Same. 6 ads, cheese? I don't control the amount of ads Twitch gives you. What the heck? I don't know how that works, okay? Sometimes people in my chat would be like, bro, I just got 9 ads. And then somebody else would be like, I just got 1. I don't know how that works. Like, it's very random. I just put a certain amount of ads per hour, and that's it. Twitch does the rest in terms of like choosing how many ads or whatever. I don't know. Oh, Beav is doing great. He just PB'd last night, actually. He's probably gonna get a 138 soon. I didn't get ads because ad blocker. Thank you. Appreciate it. You get 2 cents per ad. So like ad revenue is actually very good now on Twitch. It used to be shit for pretty much forever, until like a year and a half ago, when they took away the sub partner program or whatever, and Twitch was being weird. But they brought back ad revenue, so now we make like, I think it's 55% ad revenue, whatever. Like the ad revenue we make as streamers now is literally about 20 times better than it used to be. Like you actually make very good money on ads now, which is very nice. That's why you probably see more ads now as a viewer. But we have the option to let our subs not see ads. So if you're subscribed to my channel, you don't ever get ads again. Isn't that great? So, you know, if you just like there's a sub button, and Twitch Prime, you get a free sub. If you do that, then you never get an ad ever again. Isn't that cool? It's a very cool thing.
Oh God!
I just might throw that out there in case, you know. Look at that, Pro Pies with the Prime sub. What a beautiful babe. Welcome to the fridge, bitch. Enjoy your ad-free content for the rest of your life. Yes, that's right. Ad-free. Very good. But can a streamer let ads play for subscribed viewers? Yeah, if they want to, yes. But I mean, that would be crazy. So like, it's only fair if you're subscribed, you should get ad-free content. Like, I mean, you're subbed, you know? So, I think most streamers have that option on, probably. Because, yeah, it makes sense. Hello, Mortabite. I used to sub to Cheese, but I don't complain about ads. Babecoin. Wait, what does that mean? Does that mean that you hate me? Damn, this TTM is rocking right now, dude. Oh, God. You see, I jinxed the run and it already happened. Oh, Lord! Why did I open my mouth? If I never said anything, he probably would have nailed that. I ruined it. Everybody in chat is like, yep. Mean. What's up, Lucas? I love you, Mortabite. Thanks for being around still, babe. Was on pace to fix this gold? Yeah, I was about to say. Because this is probably his worst gold. 458. I think this might be the only gold that I have that's better than Weegee's. One of the only ones. If not the only one. Probably the only one. How do you make money from people who are ad-free across Twitch? So if you're the cool thing is, oh, he does the slide kick strat too. I think Weegee's the only other runner that I know that does the slide kick strat, apart from me. Even though he failed it, but the cool thing is, so you can have the option where subscribed viewers don't see ads, but we still get the ad revenue from that subscriber, even though they don't see the ads. So if you're subscribed, you don't have to see ads anymore, and we still get the ad revenue for that. So it's like turbo, yeah, I guess. Sure. Ooh. Surprised that didn't work. Probably jumped a little too late. Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit sketchy, but nothing too serious.
Look, I'm sorry if this is gonna be a really depressing finish, but
he assumes that he's already gonna get world record. Spliced run.
By depressing, I mean like with my attitude, not like the run. I can't help it, dude. It's
okay, Weegee. Just shut the fuck up. Play the game. We love you. Sexually. I feel like that's how a lot of my viewers probably react every time I start complaining. They're just like, "Cheese, just shut up. Play the game. It's fine." Yup.
That was awesome.
What was the world record before this? It was 36:21. It's what you see now on the stream, the splits. So right now, my PB is, once again, more than 40 seconds off a world record. It was like 23 seconds. But now we have more work to do again. By the way, for those who don't know, the first round of qualifiers for Pace Fall is this weekend, the 14th and 15th, or whenever Saturday and Sunday is. So this Saturday and Sunday is going to be a lot of Mario. So pretty much like 8 hours both Saturday and Sunday of attempts. Yeah. I'm guessing it's gonna be like every 3 weeks for qualifiers. So maybe like this weekend, then like the first weekend of August or something. Which means that I'm gonna have to do the other qualifier rounds during my subathon, which I didn't think about. So now I have to like plan for that.
Dude, what?
But it would be kind of cool though. Like I'm already in the subathon, so doing the qualifiers would be probably fun. Do you know Simply is opting out again? I don't think he's opting out. I feel like, okay, I don't know if Simply's gonna compete in fall pace, but I know he's going to fall pace. I'm pretty sure he's already talked about and expressed that he's going. I hope he's competing, but I know he's going for sure. I know Weegee's competing, which I'm very excited about. Another, yeah, of course, another Subathon, babe. Part 2. I mean, last year was August, so naturally this year we gotta do it again. Same time. When is fall pace? November 3rd through 9th. Do I have the pace command updated, or am I still an asshole? I do. I don't know if I... Wait, I think Snelms updated it. I don't think I did that. By the way, where is Snelms today? I haven't seen her today. I need my daily dose of Snelms deep. I'm sad. November 3rd through 9th, yes. Oh my god, he almost missed that coin.
I'm missing a fucking shitload of time, dude.
Yeah, his upstairs was not great, I'm not gonna lie. The only TTM was decent. Everything else was kind of rough. That was a tough upstairs. Snelm's deep! Hello. Yeah, she's very busy today. Packing and painting and having sex. What about Liam? What about him? Oh, that was close, dude. That was very close to failing. My dream for Mario 64 is for there to eventually be an SM64 event in Japan. Probably not going to happen with any Western civilization-based organization. But Japan does have their RT in Japan event and stuff, but like purely Mario event, I don't think it's ever been done in Japan. NA versus JP relays. You know how many times we've tried to do that, but it just never works out because of a lot of Japanese players just unable to do it, or no way. He made the grave mistake but had the POG backup on lock. That backup is crazy and hard and scary. Western civilization based organization, smartest the cheese has ever sounded. What the fuck, Weegee? Why is everyone so mean? Oh my god. If you think I'm dumb, just tell me. Wait, that was a 131? Oh my god. Bro, I need to consider doing these strats. Because that's a big mistake. And that's still 131, dude. You know what I have to do to get 131 in this star? I need to suck like 5 dicks. The Western civilization-based organization. It's a good rap line. Alright, we need to focus. TTM, or TTC. Oh, you already made a mistake there. What's up, Ruthless? Oh, did he mean to do that? Didn't know what to do. I'll be shitting my pants if that happened too. Simply said you do cloud. I do cloud. Oh, the cloud star, the dinosaur way, because it's very hard to aim the cannon with Hori. I mean, yes, that is the reason why I do it mostly, because the cannon cannon shots with a Hori, it's very, very, very terrible and very hard to control. So like a lot of times, I used to do it or practice it a lot, and I would end up just losing a bunch of time trying to set up the cannon shot. And it just ends up not being worth it. Unless I got lucky and just get like the cannon shot instantly, it's just too scary to do on Hori. You only play with Hori? Yes, I'm a Hori player. I've always been for 10 years. I'm the only top 120 star runner that uses Hori. That's a lie. Smau also uses Hori. Smau has a 137.54, I think. I got to go. What happened, Amy? Wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Moving reds? Uh-oh. It's a good backup. So that's where the time... I was wondering where the time loss in TTC was. I told him to horny check and he got 3%. Oh, babe.
This is so
Oh, Weegee got timed out. Ha! Hate him. Good.
yeah,
Weegee! Oh, that's another one. That's a pretty big mistake. Unless you're good at backing up here, which... That was pretty good. I mean, that's not that bad. You probably lost about 5-6 seconds. 7. Sub 136 is realistic.
I don't know.
Of course.
So
Well, he just got a 36.02, so I could imagine that 2 seconds is, you know, pretty doable. Of course it's realistic. Question is it gonna happen anytime soon? One thing is like, can we do this? Sure. Will it happen anytime soon? Well, why do you do that strat, Weegee? What is that? Is that faster? I mean, time moving, I guess. Huh. Interesting. I want to try this. Oh my god. Big D, 100% horny. Very good job. I'm very proud of you. Congrats on your VIP. Very important penis. I used to hate on it, but it's pretty fun and easy to optimize. I can see that. Until you get a firstie on that wall kick and then you're like, fuck me. But yeah. Speedrunning. Oh.
Dude,
Come on, Weegee.
let's see.
Stop making mistakes.
It's
Come on,
definitely
Weegee.
possible, but
I like saying Weegee.
I'm telling you, like, do not count.
Congratulations on the 100% horny meter. Have a burger and fries to celebrate.
I'll do my
Did they
best.
code like the letter G incorrectly or something? Like, what's with the burger? Okay, Weegee, come on, babe, do the thing. Nice. He's a first star carpetless doer. We like those. Oh, he failed the speed kick there, it looks like. Ooh. Sketchy backup strat, but... Oh, he went for the thing? Oh, that's a cool backup. I didn't think about doing that. Very smart. Very smart. I'm guessing these are like gonna be perfect pauses. It's gonna be the most insane carpetless I've ever seen, because that's how he does it. 1, 2, boom. Yeah, that is the Weegee carpetless classic.
Of course, it would be that.
The run that I completed 2 days ago, the 137, had like really good carpetless too. It was perfect pauses, but I messed up the setup once. And that's the thing with carpetless, like how like he messed up the setup getting up there to the castle, and that kind of fucks it up, you know. Like in carpetless, it's not only about carpetless. You have to do the movement to get up there too, and it's not that easy.
I need like every coin to not get the chuck, yeah.
Just ignore the whole triple jump dive. With triple jump dive, Reiki. You can make that jump. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, he did that strat. Oh, I forgot to mention that. This triple jump here. So I actually did this strat. I used to do this strat in runs before. It saves maybe about 2 seconds, but it's obviously a very fucking sketchy strat. I feel like he probably would not have done this strat if he was like on easy 135 pace, because it's way too scary and difficult. So my guess is that he went for this strat because he knew that it was barely 135 pace. Yeah. I used to do it too sometimes, but obviously if you're in PB pace or world record pace, you're not going to do that because, I mean, not a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So he doesn't have the extra Shy Guy coins here. So it's like, he needs to have good RNG at the end here. Oh, else it's going to be cringed, which I'm guessing he probably has good RNG. Yeah. That is very good, considering he had no extra coins. Single jump? Oh, double jump kick, okay. Or kick double jump. Very good. Very good.
I don't know. I want to pre-wipe off my Hori stick.
Pre-what?
I want to pre-wipe off my Hori stick.
Very good. Assless.
It's dead.
Ripperoni. The crazy thing is that he golded this split. Did you gold? With that mistake. I mean, the 2-second thing that he did in 100 coin and the ending RNG probably helped, because that 100 coin was sick. So, because that's not a big time loss. The way he failed assless there it's not that bad. Just a few seconds probably. And then getting the insta pull grab on the second try. Yeah, I was wondering that, like, his golds don't show up as gold, because I saw this part, like this part I saw live when it happened, and I saw when he golded, but it wasn't a gold, and I was like, why did he like remove golds from happening? But that shouldn't change the fact that it's a gold, Double Rookie. For some reason this layout had golds disabled, but I just started using it again. Oh, okay. I have a billion weird random layouts. I've noticed, yeah. Chris had the same thing when you were, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Because you could see his best time on the bottom left of Rainbow Ride is 4:10, right? I could see in Weegee's eyes right now. You could see Weegee's looking at his splits, and he's probably thinking, wait a minute. Is this possible? Yeah, right there. I saw it in his eyes. He was looking at his splits and he's probably thinking, why can is this still possible? I remember watching it too and I'm like, wait a minute, he's entering at 350? This star is like 13.5 seconds long and there's 4 seconds for fade out and he's entering at 350. He can gold the split. And this is when I realized too, I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, so this is a gold. It's a high 408, but it didn't show up as a gold for some reason. What I'm confused about is, I'm still confused, Weegee. I don't know if you can fill me in on it. But the mistakes that you made in Bowser in the Sky, that was at least one cycle missed, right? Which is usually like 2 seconds or so. So like how is it possible that you could have still gotten like a 211 or something if you had perfect throws, even with the missed cycle? Because I have the fast cycle in my gold and it's a 211 gold. And I don't have slow throws or anything. You do this giant dive, which is a bit faster. Okay, that wasn't that slow actually. Maybe you still made the fast cycle. I think you did because of the other movement you did. No, I still think that is the fast cycle. It's just this ledge grab that made you lose like 2 seconds or whatever. I still think that was a fast cycle. That's why, yeah. Yeah, he did not miss a cycle. I just thought he did. Yeah, that was still a 124. So if he did have perfect throws here, yes, it probably would have been a 135.
Wait, is it? Dude, stop.
It would have barely probably been a 135. That throw was perfect. The re-grab, perfect. Fast throw here, perfect. And then this re-grab. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I wish I could know. Okay, so if he did it correctly, he should have grabbed Bowser at around 152.5, 152, yeah, about 152.5 on the segment timer, right? Can you see my mouse? Yeah. So but he actually grabbed him at 154, like high 154. So that was about 2 seconds, maybe a tiny bit more than 2 seconds of time loss. That's crazy. That probably would have been a 135, dude. No way. Hence why his reaction was so not crazy when he finished the run. Yeah, like, I get it. I get it. Like, I get why his reaction was like this. If he didn't make that mistake, it probably would have been a 135, and that would have been insanely clutch. And we might have seen the biggest pop-off in history. That would have been crazy. Oh. Congratulations, babe. I was about to say your real name for a second. That was close. I almost doxed Weegee. Because I call Weegee by his first name in real life as a joke. I almost said it. Hi Scotty, what's up, babe?
I don't even have the energy to describe what happened, nor do I think it's even necessary. Dude.
That's funny.
I got an instant side flip trying to re-grab Bowser the last time. Like a forward side flip.
I feel like I know what Weegee means when he says that too. It's like he's feeling overwhelmed and he wants to talk about what happened, but he doesn't know how to express what happened so that all 3,000 or whatever people could understand what he's saying at that moment. So he just feels like, I'd rather not explain right now.
I literally would have clutched a 135 by like a second after all that shit.
That, and I just knew nothing I said would take it back. Yeah, true. It kind of goes back to how, like, when you're complaining about a run, when you know you should just shut the fuck up and play the game and not worry about it.
Whatever, I'll get 135, like, quick, anyway.
Very good. Oh, okay. No after speech? What the hell is this, man? Jesus. Weegee, that was amazing, and you're a god gamer. And I love you. Alright, so people are going crazy over this Parsy Carpetless thing, so we're gonna see this. I don't know what Parsy's doing here, but we'll see. Wow, Parsy's very pretty. I like the blue hair. Very nice. Oh, I've seen this before. Wait, this was like the first adaptation of Carpetless when it first came out, right? It was like some weird thing like that. What is happening? First of all, I must say that Parsy, when it comes to tricks like this, like Carpetless and stuff, Parsy's like the god. He's the goat. They, I don't know their pronouns. They're the goat when it comes to this kind of shit. I don't know if that's faster or what, but hits it in a minute. It's what in a minute? What am I looking for? Is it just that? Yeah, like that was like the first adaptation of the strat was doing this, but it was like weird and inconsistent. Okay. I thought it was gonna be some like new crazy thing. Thanks for the bait, man. Alright, well I mean I've known about that. Alright, we're gonna react to something else that people keep telling me about. Have you guys seen the Bubzia GDQ run stuff? Apparently it was insane, and I need to look at it. Cheesy boy, can you publish the VOD? Sure thing, babe. Oh, I would love to react to Scotty's Inferno. That would be beautiful. Shut up, cheese. But for those who don't know, Scotty, who's in my chat, got the world record for Inferno in RuneScape. Sub 40, first ever sub 40 ever. For those who care, that is insane. One of the most high level, insane video game experiences ever. Unpublished. I'm publishing. I'm publishing right now. Pona.com. All right. So we're gonna pull up the Bubzia run. I don't even know what he did, but we'll see. Is it the randomizer?
This runner holds the world record for every major blindfolded category
of Super Mario 64.
Super Mario 64, and is, in my humble opinion, the best blindfolded speedrunner on the planet.
He really is. All right, quick introduction for this video we're about to watch. Bubzia, for those who don't know, is probably the best blindfolded speedrunner on planet Earth. He's been doing blindfolded speedruns for years and years. And before he even started with Mario 64, he's done blindfolded runs of all sorts of games. OT included, all sorts of games that I don't even know exists. He's done a lot of shit, and now he mostly focuses on Mario 64 right now, and he's insane. So what we're gonna watch is, it looks like a 10-star blindfolded randomizer speedrun. And at first I heard randomizer blindfolded, and I'm like, how the fuck do you possibly do a blindfolded randomizer? You don't know where the stars are. But apparently it's a set seed that he's like routed. So I think that's what the concept is. So we'll see.
Let's get hype and join me in giving a warm Summer Games Done Quick welcome to Bubzia as he does a blindfolded Super Mario 64 randomizer run. Do it for the fans, Bubzia.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm Bubzia. I'm here with Chris, 360 Chrism today. And we're going to do a blindfolded